Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mara stock chart planning update video. We will be going over MSTR MicroStrategy stock towards the end of this video real quick because I do want to cover that as well, and we're going to be going over Bitcoin as well to start off this video so we can better understand what's going on with Mara and then what we can expect going on from here. But just remember guys, everything in this video is just my own personal opinion. I like to document my understanding, my approach with the assets I'm going to be covering here today, as a way for me to look back at these videos in the future, see what I was doing in my early 20s, and then of course to share it with you guys with the hopes of, sharing knowledge and getting feedback from you guys and seeing what you think as well. But yeah, guys, it's all just my own personal opinion, not financial advice. So let's get started here. So in order to better understand what Mara is doing right here and what we can better, how we could better make sense of this, we're going to just jump over to Bitcoin briefly. Now, in the last video I did, it was also a Mara update video, and I drew this out right here. I said, it will make sense for there to be a little bit of bullishness and then a dip right afterwards, and it kind of followed this trend line quite well. So to better understand this dip, right, not every, but I look for this in every correction where we have a 3-wave move down. I've been doing this since the start of this channel earlier this year. And in this case, we have an ABC pattern. And if this is holding up, and I'll show you guys what the other scenario will be for this to fail. So I'm going to show you guys what the positive side will look like, and then if we fail, what we can look from here. But we're gonna look at the bigger picture real quick. You guys already know, if you've been watching for a while, that I am targeting the next leg up to be in this area before seeing another reasonable correction. And then, but of course, I do see higher prices coming up not too far into the future. So I am bullish on Bitcoin, but I do also like to take positions with caution. And I've been adding to BITU. I'm going to show you guys all the transactions, what the actual position looks like tomorrow on my Bitcoin portfolio update. So I'm not going to worry about that too much right now, actually. But what we have going on here is, ever since late or mid-March of this year, we've been able to confirm a high point, a low point, and then from there a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, last lower low, making this the reversal point. We have a lower high, lower lower low, and then we have a lower high, which actually what looks more like that. And then we have another higher low, and we have a higher high from right here. So we definitely are in the works of, and this is holding quite sustainably. We are in the works of finally, confirming that we're out of a bearish pattern. Of course, we still have to pass all-time high to determine if we're done with a bearish pattern. But what I like to see is, we had this big run up, right? From the last time we dipped into this purple area, and you guys know that unless you're new, you guys know that I am no longer expecting prices to come into this area. It absolutely can. I am personally just believe it won't. We had a nice rally upward. We had a correction that came down nicely into the discounted half of this retracement. And then we pushed even higher, found resistance up here, and then close to this previous swing high. And now we're coming back down. So far, we have support in the premium half, which is absolutely fine of this area. But I want to dive in a little bit better. If this is the case, if we just go from the top wick to here, and then so the bottom of this wick, which is where this little correction bottomed out at, and then a little bit of a bullish correction to continue the trend. We can see that this is This is a solid support area, so I'm gonna leave that in red, just like I did this one. So what this means, and this doesn't have to happen, it just keeps us balanced. You know, it keeps us from being too hyped, keeps us from being too hyped is the right word. So basically what we're looking at here, and again, this is going to translate tomorrow in a little bit. But basically Bitcoin is coming down. We had a little 3-wave pattern down, indicating this could potentially just be the whole case, especially since we did fall into the retracement area. You guys know that I like to see the body of a candle close in a retracement area, just like a resistance area at the same time. We didn't see that. That doesn't mean we can't go up higher from here, but this tells me that, you know, I like to see trends kind of finish off in a more extreme area. Of course, we have a lot of like value right here. There's some trading going on, so this area acted as a magnet as well, pushing the price lower. We met the area, and now we're pushing up higher. So, you know, we still have more high. You know, the RSI didn't dip down below a whole lot, but it didn't do that back here either, so that's fine. We do see the price showing bullish strength, although as you guys can see, obviously we are still below the swing high right here. And this third wave pattern, since it is quite shallow, as you can see, there's not much clear movement, just a lot of consolidation in here. What this can easily look like is more of an A, B, C pattern like this. This is absolutely possible. I'm gonna leave it here. I can't really make a clear B wave just yet, but if you guys bear with me, I'm gonna try to make that right now. I might change this in the future, but I kind of like there's a 4 yeah, we're on the 4 hours, so let's see if we can see something else so we can make better sense to this and then better manage our Mara as well. Yeah, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. Let's do one more thing to strengthen this even further. Let me see what the 1 hour looks like. That's fair. I kind of like that, actually. That makes sense to me. One step further, though. Yeah, the entire swing. So that's right there on the top portion of it. Yeah, okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove this. I want to get better at like illustrating things without making it look too weird. But at a maximum, like we can easily see price come into this area. We want to see prices have a reasonable rally to, you know, improve the health of a correction, so that we can, of course, have a larger picture, healthier correction that can lead us up to here, if that makes sense. We don't want to just see prices move in one direction constantly. We want to see healthy prices keeping, you know, liquidity just a little bit more balanced, but if that makes sense. But we can easily see something more like this, where this can act as a magnet right here. We can see the price and acting as a magnet because of some minor imbalance on the 1 day. In this area, it's acting as some value. On top of that, well, you know, yeah, Bitcoin, I'm gonna show you this. Yeah, we're up a little bit, so that's nice to see. But we're gonna use the heat map real quick. So we have 67.9 to 68,000. You know, there is a little bit more pressure here. 90 million. There's not too much. So, you know, the weakness in this, what does a 2-week look like? Yeah, there's not much. There's not much like liquidation levels around there anywhere. What about 5 bits? 67.7. bear with me, guys. I don't prep my videos ahead of time, so I'm kind of just doing this here with you. Yeah, OKX just a little bit right there. This isn't something to completely like go off of, but it does show actually that just above this area, pretty much in this area, there could be some resistance, a little bit of a, so we can keep an eye on this area as potential resistance, and then we can push down even lower. But what I like about this is that, if we do see a more significant correction leading us into the discounted half of this retracement area, oh yeah, super strong buying opportunity in my opinion. This is crazy strong. I have a long enough time horizon, a few weeks, to hold on to my BATU that I'm comfortable with. So I just invested 10,000 to it. Again, I'll share that position with you guys in tomorrow's video. But with that being said, of course, if I have a long enough time horizon, I'm more than comfortable enough then to accumulate here. I have 10,000 accumulated here. I believe that position is currently down, I don't know, it's like $200 or something like that. And then if we do see the prices come down even lower, I'm just going to chill. I'm looking at support in the area, and then I'm just going to let it do its thing and rally up even higher. So I'm not too worried about that. But the way this translates tomorrow is we can potentially see more bullishness, especially, I'm not sure what it was, if it was like Tesla's earnings report or not, but we can finally jump in tomorrow. Jeez. I don't know if it was like Tesla's earnings report, or if it was like, I don't know, if we're getting near elections and then that has like some manipulation, or it could have just been that we had an extended, we just had a correction that just needed to have somewhat of a bullish correction in the meanwhile. But either way, I'm going to remove this. We don't need this anymore. It's actually kind of acting as support, the resistance. But yeah, guys, in the last video, we were trading up here and I kept saying, yeah, we can easily trade up even higher, but I would feel more comfortable, I would feel more comfortable with understanding that we aggressively pushed up higher. Bitcoin is showing signs that it needs to have a little bit of a correction, which can influence this price to fall. It did fall. I drew this out for you guys in the last video, and I'm like, hey, we can, ideally we want to see the price come into this area, potentially even touching that 0.5, or coming down into resistance. This is the same support, which is the same support as the triangle pattern had earlier, so I don't know why I deleted it. But we can easily see the price continue to consolidate a bit and have a little bit of a pump and then maybe another dip. But I personally think it's not a good idea to go long just yet. I feel like, honestly, shorting this for the, that's even dangerous too. Shorting this for the next week. I feel like shorting this for the rest of this week would be safe enough. I'm not going to participate in any shorts, or anything. I'm not going to do anything whatsoever. Because if you guys know from past videos, the price came back down. It's in my do nothing value area where the price is trying to decide if it's going to have a break of structure or not. And as you can see right here, the price came back down below this swing high where it's obviously still trying to decide what to do. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to keep being patient with this stock. But I feel like for any short-term traders, non-professional opinion, like, please don't pay attention to me, but I do believe shorting this till the end of the day Friday this week will probably be a reasonable trade rather than going long. I don't have too much expectations. Again, like, this can easily be a way for the stock to form liquidity to push it down a little bit once again, because we broke above this. We held here so short. I think we were up here for like just a couple, like, we couldn't even hold this area for like 4 days or whatever. And next thing you know, I think in 2 or 3 days it falls, and then we're back below this area. So was it just getting some liquidity to have like another push down. Absolutely possible. I do believe we can easily mess with this 0.618 easy, 0.618 line easy, regardless if Bitcoin pumps up or not. Although, yeah, that's my opinion on Mara, guys. I'm gonna continue to be patient with it. I don't see a reason to rush into any longs right now because there's a lot of weakness in the stock. This quick candlestick dip right here, just it fell and then it bounced off the 50 a little bit. I'll be patient with it. If you guys are trying to go long in this stock, just do whatever you want. But I already gave you guys my opinion on it. I'm gonna continue to be patient in this stock. We'll see what happens, but I feel like it's more of a short for the rest of this week than any long. So that's my opinion on it. And then of course, MicroStrategy, guys. You guys already know MicroStrategy. It's a good idea. Like whatever you do with Bitcoin, just do with MicroStrategy. But I drew this area right here, and I kept saying, I want to see the price. It bounced up even higher, and I'm like, I understand that we had a nice dip. We came down here into the support. Next thing you know, the R side came down to the 0.5. It bounced off just like it did many times before. It's been doing it for quite a while. This last push up couldn't even surpass the swing high, unlike this time. This one could be a little bit more like this, but as you can see, this one kind of closed in the value of the gap down here. If it's going to look more like this, we want to see the price come down and briefly break below that 0.618. But we came up higher, dipped down, came up higher, dipped down, came up higher. No, it actually just came down below this, and now we're seeing some weakness. For a while, we haven't even been trading in the lower boundaries of the RSI as well. I understand that MicroStrategy is an amazing play, killing it, absolutely killing it, and they have an earnings report coming out. I think it's next week or something like that. Later this week or next week, I don't know. But all I know is that we're well discounted. As you guys can see, we've had this third area drawn out up here for a while, third wave high. We're looking for a fourth wave correction before coming up even higher to over $300. This area is still absolutely possible. I would take it with a grain of salt, and it'll be better off if this stock. I feel like, just like Mara, it's more of a short for the rest of this week than a long, in my opinion. But I wouldn't recommend doing anything. I highly believe that a lot of short-term traders just focus on something else right now, or just not trade this at all. This is weak. This only came into here with a wick, came up higher. It couldn't even close above the top of this body right here on this candle. It's just on the 4 hour, just to be exact. So it's just it's super weak. We have more imbalance down here that it couldn't even hold, which is fine. But yeah, guys, same thing with this. I think it's better just to sit back, chill, look at it for the rest of the week, and then we'll see what opportunities we have for next week. There's plenty of things yelling at me, these signaling that it'll be really dangerous to go long right now. Same thing with Bitcoin, but I do have a long enough time. Right? If you have a long enough time horizon, just like with Bitcoin, because we may see another dip down, which may influence not just Mara, but it may influence MicroStrategy to come down to this area too. It's absolutely possible. We need to see reasonable corrections happen. We still have this entire move where we didn't even see the price come down into my reasonable correction, which is at a minimum breaking just below the 0.35. It sort of bounced off of here, came up higher, couldn't break over that, coming back down. It's still looking a little too weak in my opinion, guys. I highly just encourage everyone to be patient with this stock and just just be patient with it, sit back, watch it. Don't go too heavy on longs, and if you do and it works out, great, but why take that risk, right? We're not here to gamble, we're here to actually make sense of the charts. So I want to see lower prices on this, just like in Mara. I want to see lower prices. It will make more sense. MicroStrategy, I want to see lower prices. Bitcoin, I want to see lower prices. This will all set each of these up for a more healthier rally soon. But we are getting closer towards the end of October, and we're also getting closer to the elections, and supposedly these things are gonna excuse me, they're expected to be bullish. So yeah, guys, that's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. I don't care how much positive news there is out there, because you go online right now, there's positive news about Bitcoin everywhere. I don't care. I'm more focused on the charts than hype, because every time, as I was new to trading and still trying to get better at trading, I look at the news on Bitcoin, on like the S&P, Nasdaq, Apple, all this other stuff, and then things are great, like, oh, all this positive news, things are amazing, and the price just does the opposite for like an extended period of time. That's all I got for you guys. But if you want to stick around, you can watch me. Why is that all over there? You can watch me do some stuff right here. Let's see. Can I duplicate this? Duplicate, clone. Whoa, there it is. Just like that. Yeah, that's fine. And then something like this. Nope, like this. And then it can look something like, yeah, it can be like something like that. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I've been wanting to do this, and I always procrastinate. Like, I just like to chill, play video games. I really don't do much. I sleep in all the time. That's the beauty of it, right? So yeah, guys, that's my opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.